Hey guys, GunFather here. Today we're going to be discussing the tactical reload. Now there are two types of tactical reloads. There is the emergency reload, which is when you are at slide lock, your gun is out of ammunition, and you need to get it back into the fight as fast as possible, and that is where the emergency reload comes into play. The second type of tactical reload is what is known as the speed reload, which is what you just witnessed right there. The speed reload is when you have at least one round still in the chamber of your gun, and you want to either top that gun off when you have just a second to do so, or know that you have a longer string of fire coming up than what you have left in your current magazine, and want to get that gun reloaded and topped off as fast as possible. So we're going to be discussing and demonstrating both types of reloads, and then I'm going to show you what is my favorite drill, and what I think probably is the best way to perfect your reloads, which is the one-in-one drill. And then you can do it both ways, tactical and speed. And then we're going to, once we demonstrate and show you this drill, we're going to head outside to the range and do it with live ammo. So, hope y'all enjoy this video. Let's do this. Alright, so first up, let's talk about the emergency reload. Your gun is at slide lock. You just realized your gun has run dry. You need to get it reloaded and back into the fight as soon as you can. So as soon as you press that last shot and you realize your gun is empty, you need to be on that magazine release button while your weak hand goes for your next magazine. So press that magazine release button and bring the gun back in. Now you can either bring it back in, there's a few ways to do this. You can bring it back in front of your face or down here in front of your belly. Down here you have more control over it, but your vision is taken off of the next target and off of downrange. If you do it up here, you can remain your vision completely downrange and use your peripheral vision to load. Now the way I kind of do, I do it in between. I kind of bring my gun in between the two, keep my peripheral vision downrange while I pay attention to my reload with my vision. So as soon as you drop the magazine, your weak hand is reaching for the new magazine. You're going to use the palm of your hand, not your fingertips, to grab that next magazine. Reach down, use the palm of your hand to feel that magazine, pull it out, and let your fingertips run as far up that magazine as you can get them, so that when you come up to the gun, your fingertips will feel that magazine insert into the gun and give it a good solid press with the palm of your hand to insert that magazine. And now this is where there's a couple different ways that you can do this. You can either use the gross motor skills function to come over and rack the slide and then press back out into your next shot, or you can use the magazine release button or the slide release button to let the slide fall forward, rotate back out with a good firm grip on your weak hand. Should have a good firm grip on your shooting hand, so that you can maintain that good solid shooting grip, rotate back out into your next shot, and that is the emergency reload. And don't worry guys, these are snap caps that I'm using. I never dry fire with ammo even in the same room as the gun that I'm dry firing. So now let's move on to the speed reload. Alright, so the speed reload, you are engaged in fire, you realize you either have time or you want to get your gun topped off for your next string of fire, so you're going to, as soon as you realize you are ready to reload, be on that magazine release button, same as the emergency reload. As you bring the gun back in, drop that magazine, reach down with the palm of your hand, of your weak hand, to grab that new magazine, fingertips forward, insert the magazine, get a good firm shooting grip, rotate back out, press the next shot, and that is the speed reload. Basically the same as the emergency reload, except you don't have to let the slide come forward to chamber your next round. Now let's move on to what is my favorite drill to practice and help you improve your reload skills. It's the one-in-one drill, and the great thing about the one-in-one drill is it can be done dry fire just as well as it can be done with live fire. So we're going to do some dry fire one-in-one drills, and I'm going to show you guys how I go about doing the one-in-one drill to get faster and faster as I go, and then we'll head out to the range and see how that transitions into live fire. So here we go. Alright, so now we're going to do the one-in-one drill. So I'm going to do the one-in-one drill for you guys in a speed reload form. and I'm going to talk about and show you guys how I go about doing it and getting faster and faster as I go. Alright, now that is the 1-in-1 speed reload drill. That was a very fast, probably under a second reload. But the way the 1-in-1 drill works is you will press out, you will draw, press out, break the shot, reload, press back out, and break another shot. And usually we do this on a timer, and that lets us know how fast we're going. So now I'm going to show you how I go about getting faster as I do the 1-in-1 drill. And this, the great thing about this is it can be done with dry fire, and you can really gain a lot of speed, which will transition into live fire on the range. So what I use is a shot timer. Now you don't have to have a shot timer, and this is I actually don't have a dedicated shot timer. I actually use the shot timer app for the iPhone. And this thing, if you have an iPhone, I don't know if it's available for Android products or not, but on iPhone, on the iPhone 6 Plus, the shot timer app is free and it works absolutely flawless. Now I had it on my old 4S and it rarely would work right. It wouldn't pick up every shot, and shots weren't timed right, it didn't seem. But on my 6 Plus here, it's got a better microphone in it, and this shot timer app works absolutely flawless. But you don't have to have a shot timer, but it definitely helps. Now, I know what you're thinking, you know, how are you going to use a shot timer indoors? It's not going to pick up your shots, and it won't. But what you can do is set your par time. So I'm going to start out with a 2.3 second par time, and as I go, I'm going to set it for a faster and faster time each time until I get to the point where it's hard for me to beat that time. So we're going to start out at 2.3 and see how it goes. Okay, that was fairly easy to beat a 2.3. Now I'm going to set it for a little bit faster. Alright, so now I've knocked a couple tenths of a second off. Now I'm going to try to beat 2.1 seconds. Okay, fairly easy. And it took me a long time to be able to beat even 2.3. So don't get discouraged. Now let's step it up a little bit. Alright, so now we're at 2 seconds flat. So now it starts to get pretty fast. Alright, so let's step it up a little bit more. Alright, now 1.8 seconds. Now you've really got to be on your game to beat 1.8. Step it up a little bit more. Alright, now I've got it set at 1.7 second par time. And these are all speed reloads that I'm doing here. Just want to give you guys, you can do this with emergency reloads as well. I just want to give you guys an idea and show you how I go about getting faster and faster as I go. So, and 1.7 seconds is smoking fast, so let's see if we can beat it. That's fast. Alright. What do you say we try for 1.6? I've never actually beat a 1.6. Alright, got it set for 1.6 seconds. A 1.6 is blazing. I'll be happy if I beat this one. That was close, but I don't think I got it. It's usually about where I'm at. I can usually, actually my fastest live fire one that I have recorded so far is 1.64 seconds 1-in-1 drill, the speed reload 1-in-1 drill. Now just for fun, we'll set this thing back to 1.8, see if we can't beat it with a emergency reload drill. I'll show you how I go about doing the emergency reload. Alright, we're set for 1.8. That's my best time with an emergency reload. And the thing that separates the emergency reload apart, like I said, is we're going to start with the slide lock back. So we're going to insert the gun in our holster with the slide locked back. So Here we go. Let's see if we can't beat 1.8 seconds. It's close. That's usually about where I'm at on the emergency reload, is 1.8, between 1.8 and 1.9, which is still really fast. And with using Snapcaps, you should end up with a bullet in the chamber, and that's how you know you have made the emergency reload, is when you have reloaded your gun. So now that we've demonstrated the two types of reloads, how to practice them dry fire and get faster and faster, let's head out to the range and see how this transfers into live ammo. So here we go. Alright, I'm out here on the range, and it is a ridiculously windy day. Got my target set up 6 feet away, which is the proximity for the 1-in-1 drill. I'm going to draw, fire one shot, do a speed reload, fire one more, and see how fast we can't do it in. Then we'll move on to the emergency reload 1-in-1. So here we go. That is a 1.76 1-in-1. First shot in the 10 ring. Here's what you guys can see. First shot there was in the 10 ring, and the next shot here on top of the 9. I would say those are still both A-zone or very close to A-zone hits. So let's mark those, see if we can't do one just a little bit faster. This wind is unbelievable today. Let's see if we can't beat the 1.76 that we just had. Alright, that's 1.74, a little bit faster, 1.01 seconds on the reload, so a 1 second reload. That's pretty fast. Let's, we'll go check these out one more time. As you can see, both A-zone hits, the one right there outside of the 10 ring just touching it, and the one dead center. So those are two good hits. That is a good 1-in-1 drill. Alright, now I'm going to attempt the emergency reload. Got an empty magazine in the gun, one round in the chamber, and my spare mag on my hip. So I'm going to attempt to draw, fire one shot, which gun will be at slide lock. I will reload, drop the slide, press back out, and make the next shot. So here we go. That was a 2.26. Not real happy with that. We'll have to do that again. Alright, well, it's starting to rain. I should have known with all this wind. We're going to try one more, try to get just a little bit faster than that last one, which was a 2.3. So, here we go. One more try. Much better. A 1.95 with a 74 first shot and a 121 reload. That is the emergency reload 1-in-1 Here drill. Are the hits from that last drill. One inside the 10 ring and one here inside the 9, both A-zone hits. So that would be a very acceptable 1-in-1. Alright, well there you have it. Those are the two types of tactical reloads, the speed and the emergency reload, and the 1-in-1 drill, which I do believe is the best drill to help you improve the consistency and the speed of your reload. So I hope this helps you guys in improving your reloads, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys next time. GunFather out.